Okay, a dog-human analogy for you, bear with me. Walk in after a bad day at work and your significant other says to you something that maybe grinds on your gears a little bit, but often you bite your tongue. You walk in from work after 2 bad days in a row and your significant other says something to you that grinds on your gears, maybe you bite your tongue a little bit more. 3 bad days in a row, there's no way you're biting your tongue, you blow your lid and you end up having a blazing row. If that's something you can relate to, the same thing is happening with your dog, and this is how. Hi, I'm Jacob from Positively Pawsome. I'm a dog trainer and behaviourist, and on here we talk about training tips, behaviour advice and enrichment ideas for your dog. Today we're talking about stress, how it can affect the dog's decision making and why it can cause them to do the things that potentially we don't want them to do. And for this one, I'm drawing a picture. Your dog's brain is a little bit like a bucket. Now that bucket can fit in it 100 litres of stress. Everything in that last 72 hours will contribute to how full or empty your bucket is. And this is why people say to me, I don't understand. Normally he's fine in that situation, but today he kicked off. Or normally he kicked off in that situation, but today he was fine. And the answer is his bucket was more full or more empty than it normally is at that time. So imagine this situation, you take your dog out for a walk and maybe another dog comes up to him and has a little bark in his face, all right? And maybe that fills his bucket up 15 out of 100. And you get home and the next door neighbour's having some work done and there's loads of banging next door and maybe that fills your dog's bucket up another 8 out of 100. And then you're cooking some dinner and you step on your dog's paw because they're under your feet and that fills them up another 4 out of 100. And then you go, oh, what are you under my feet for? Oh, go away. And that fills your dog's bucket up another 4 out of 100. You can see how easily these things start to compound on top of each other in such a short space of time. We're already 25% of our bucket completely full, and that's a 72-hour bucket, and it's full within less than an hour's time. So it's really important for us that we try and reduce stress down for the dog as much as possible. Now, this is never going to be zero because good things are stressful too. Play is stressful. Personally, I really like roller coasters. They're pretty stressful as well, but it doesn't mean I wouldn't choose to do them. Fun in itself can be stressful as well, but it will always contribute to the dog's bucket. Now, the good news is this bucket does have holes in it, okay? So all of this stress will leak out over the period of 72 hours. But what's important is we put in less than what comes out. And that's going to make sure that we keep the dog in a really good state of mind. Whatever you do, don't underestimate stress for your dog. It really makes an impact on decision making. And if you think that your dog is a little bit stressed out, write for me in the comments all the things that are contributing to their bucket and we'll see if we can come up with some ways to control that situation.